Yeah, good morning. It's Thursday morning. I can't remember the date. I'm out in the forest at the moment. I just recorded the first little part of today's show out in the forest as I was yesterday afternoon. Another wonderful walk over here. I'm really enjoying coming back over here. Swinley Forest, if you want to look it up on the internet. That's the area that I'm in. You hardly walk past anyone. Couple of dogs here and there, a few people. I've seen a couple of children over here actually with their parents. Whether or not they're being kept off on the school or anything like that, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, nice. I've been uploading a few pictures of what I can see and what have you. Indeed, there's a couple of little bits and pieces here to show you what I've been seeing on my tour around, including these little yellow flowers. Now, I can't remember what they're called now. They look a bit like polyanther type things. Have a look at these. There they are. Little yellow flowers. They actually look a lot yellower if you look at them sort of through your eyes rather than through a camera. But loads of them everywhere. Pretty, aren't they? I think they're very pretty, dear. They don't smell of anything. I did have a little smell earlier, and they are smellless, awaiting the bees to come and collect that pollen and nectar with their little beaks and doing all that. And also, I mentioned the other day that the gorse was coming into flower. Now, that's the really prickly stuff. Here it is. From a distance there, standing on a hill. It's quite a lot of it. More to come. Nice and close. Now, look, there we are. That pretty colour. Bright yellow. As we get closer, you'll see what damage these spikes could do. Look at those. You won't be grabbing any one of those quickly. And another little look from sort of along the bush. Beautiful things. Gorse. All right, just a couple of the little flowers that I've seen on my walks around. I'll do some more of these little bits and pieces. Years ago, before we started doing the show live, I used to do these simply as recordings, and I'd go out. Usually I'd sit in a room, I'd have a settee and that sort of thing. Sitting on the settee, various different sets over the years. And once I came over here in the forest, simply with my camera and my tripod. I literally sat on the ground by a tree. I possibly Adam the plumber will know where this is to look for it. But somewhere there's a video of me sitting in the forest, literally just talking to the camera for an hour. God knows what I used to think about talking about in those days. Probably no more interesting than it is now, to be honest. Anyway, gang, and now by the magic of modern video television production, we're now going back to the studio. Thank you very much. Good news, I wasn't dragged into the bushes by anyone, boys and girls. No one dragged me into the bushes at all. Rather disappointingly, I have to say. Well, good morning, there we are. I thought that's quite a nice little opening for you this morning. I do like, it's a shame that all flowers don't smell. As I said, I think there was some sort of family, I think it was the polyanther family, those little flowers going on there. But no smell at all, or on the yellow ones with the big spikes. You don't want to be touching those, my dear. If you're worried about your property being burgled or anything like that ever, then go and get yourself some of those plants. Put them all around the house and let them grow up. A couple of years later, no one to get through those unless you've got some sort of device, some sort of large machine or something like that. I'm very pleased because last night I was doing a little bit of work in here. Technical work, boys and girls, which I shan't bore you with because you'll only be bored. Technical work. And I've now managed to get my monitor working so that I can now hear any music that I play you, if you see what I mean. It's like, for example, you know the bingo. You know the shimmy music under the bingo. You know, when I bring the clock on, just a minute, this thing, 1 minute, yeah, though you won't get the board. When I bring that clock on, you can hear a little bit of music there, which will start in just a few seconds up. There we are. See, I can hear that now. How blooming marvellous is that? I can hear my opening music, my closing music. So I'm very happy about that because what was happening before is that I was monitoring it on sort of the internet, which of course is 15 to 20 seconds behind everything I do. So I'd have to stop listening and start because it was still playing on it, and so I couldn't hear all the music. Now I can hear all more music. Bum 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 bum. I love it, dear. I love it. Thanks for your messages coming in there, boys and girls. I shall come to those in a moment or two. I must say I had a very good sleep last night. A wonderful sleep. I went to bed. I'm trying to go to bed a bit earlier now. Yeah, I think these late nights, even like 1 o'clock, I now find a little bit late. To be honest, I suppose that's one of those things of getting older. When I was doing the DJing, I wouldn't think anything of staying up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Seriously, now I want to go to bed earlier. I do want to go to bed earlier, and I got into bed last night about 11:30, which isn't far off when my sister and her husband goes to bed. Obviously, different beds. No, that would be a little bit sick. I'm sorry. No, very, very sick. I know, very, very sick, dear. Sick. That's the different beds. My sister and her husband, often they're in bed at like 9 o'clock at night. They say we're tired. I say it's tightness. They don't want to turn the heating on. That's what it is. Don't want to turn the heating on. So I'm finding myself going to bed at 11:30 last night. And I woke up, I'm not setting alarms or anything at the moment, and I woke up just before 9 o'clock, which is lovely, actually. You know, I feel quite fresh and alive now. Possibly more alive than one or two of you, possibly this morning, I don't know. As you can see, I didn't cut my hair last night. I didn't do it. I've got this thing, I haven't got it with me at the moment, bzz, 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 bzz. And I've got 3 various different attachments, and indeed, I said to you, there seems to be a mark saying 1 on it, on this particular attachment I had yesterday. Well, I found the other ones. One's got a 3 on it, one's got a 2 on it. So that must be the grade of bzz, bzz, bzz going on there. I will have a go at it. I might do it today. I don't know. I've got to be really brave to do that because it can go terribly, terribly wrong. And then I'll have to go to the hairdressers. And I don't really want to go to the hairdresser at the moment. You know, I mean, you can't cut hair unless you're close to someone, can you? You can't expect them to stand back like that with a gas mask on and all that business. So I haven't done my hair yet. All right, I shall come back to my stories in a moment. Meanwhile, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Jason Hughes gets the first text in this morning. Good morning, Mr. Jason Hughes. Hope you're well there. Mandy Davenport is there. Morning, Mandy. There's Heidi. Morning, Heidi. Diane Jebb is there. Michael Pullman in Australia. Gorlick 1, good morning. Chatting to each other. Sean Pye, good morning, Sean. Oh, his wife's feeling not well. Oh, what's the symptoms, Sean? Is it just a general illness, or does she think, got the thing? I hope she's at the minor end of the scale, the sort of minor symptoms rather than the more serious ones. People are they seem to be getting it like either on a scale of 1, which is extremely mild, or 100, which is, I hope she's not too bad. Good morning to Matthew Van. Morning, Matty boy. Morning, Colin Coates. Haven't seen you all week, Matt. Where have you been, dear? Morning, Colin Coates. All chatting to each other. There is the lovely Dave Moses. I am the new David Attenborough. Yes, I am, without beard. I'm not having that nasty long beard. I don't mind a bit of stubble, Dave. I don't like a long, great beard. You've got a bit of stubble, haven't you? Yes. That'd be ever so rough on my face or wherever, wouldn't it, really, when you think about it? Morning, Dave. Steph Diamond, good morning, young Steph. Who else is here? Scrolling down to get all your names in then. Are you having your afternoon nap now? Soon I won't get up. I'll just get up for an hour, do this show and go back to bed again. What do you reckon? Steph, use grade 2, Chris, because grade 1 will take all your hair off. No, normally I'm 0.5. Normally I'm 0.5. But grade 2 would allow me to make a mistake, wouldn't it? Okay, I'll try 2. I'll take your advice. I'll try 2 first and see how it comes out. Is there an emergency list of emergency hairdressers? If I do it, I'll do it before tonight's show, okay? Because we've got a show tonight, phone-in show tonight, gang. Your chance to ring in and we'll have a little chat. Don't be all serious and depressing. You know, I'm really sorry if someone in your life has really recently died. We don't want to do that. We don't want to try to uplift everyone. Uplift people. Lifting up. You lift me up. Oh, yeah. My love is lifting you higher. We'll be happy. Ba, 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 ba. Happiness. Oh, happiness. The greatest gift that I possess. Okay? Happy phone calls tonight. Oh, it's terrible, Chris. I was going over into Sainsbury's today. Oh, it was terrible seeing all those people there. You know, elderly people unable to get that. We know about that already. We know it's on the news. Happiness, dear. Don't ring in and be depressing. You will be disconnected from the call. Not only that, I shall send Mandy round to your house, who will dish out pain and suffering. Do not ring up with depressing stories tonight, okay? Remember, everyone else, well, we want to try and be happy. We'll touch here and there on the news, but if you go too far, you will be disconnected from the call. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. I'll try the grade 2 on your advice there. That gives me a little bit of a room for manoeuvre there. Good morning to Glenda. Good morning, lovely Glenda. Thank you very much for your email yesterday. Now, Glenda, was that a private email or could I read it out, my darling? It's entirely up to you. Let me see if I want to read that out because... oh, Shania. I missed that, Shania. Shania, if you're there, I'll deal with that in a moment, please. Is that like a... can I read that out? That one, it's not... that's all right. I think I could probably read that out. I'll ask for your permission first. Permission? Will that be granted or not? Permission granted or permission not granted? Something like that. Morning, Glenda. Mr. England is in the house. Hello to Tony King joining us there. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up. That's little pretty boy Westlife, isn't it? Not so much little and pretty anymore, are they? They're still good looking though, aren't they? Thing is with that Westlife, it was old Louis Walsh does. They were also always sitting on stools, weren't they? You know, maybe that's why their bums have got fat now. They used to have nice bums, didn't they, Westlife? And then they kept sitting on those stools and it spread out. Fat bums now. Fat bums. Who wants a fat bum? Exactly. No one. That's why I'm on my own now, I suppose. Glenda says you can read it. Here we go. An email has flooded in to the studios of BBC Bracknell here, United Kingdom Talk. An email was flooded into the studios. Hello, Chris. I felt the need to write to you an email to express how much I look forward to watching your chat show every morning. Thank you for giving your viewers a sense of calm and normality. You must be joking. Calm? Me? Calm? I'm never calm. I try to be calm sometimes in front of that documentary, Star Trek, that's on the telly. I get very, very excited on Star Trek. I sit there in my chair. Pretending that I am the captain of one of the starships. And I have buttons on the side. Fire phasers! I do that when I'm in the car. Don't tell anyone that, will you? When I'm in the car, I'm not in a car. I'm not driving a car. I am flying a spaceship. And when someone pulls out of a side turning suddenly in front of me, I launch photon torpedoes at them. It destroys the car in front of me. Thank you very much, yes. And then sometimes if I need a bit more power, I shout back to engineering, Scotty, can you give me more power? And he always complains there's not enough power in the engines. Just do it. Just turn it up, dear. The structure of the ship, she cannot take it, Captain. Just turn it up, dear. Turn it up. Dear. Calm. I don't know about calm, Glenda. Glenda says, while I'm concerned, I continue to live my life. I had to go to the doctor's office yesterday for a medical coding job. What's that? What's a medical coding job? Oh, what's that? We want to know what that is. What is a medical coding job? I don't know what that is. I was somewhat hesitant, but I knew God is in control. In these troubled times, I feel it's important to turn to our faith now more than ever. If you ever feel a sense of fear, please rest knowing that God will get you through. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be the one. We trusted him to save our lives, so we can trust him to keep us safe. And that's from the lovely Glenda, who's with us live this morning. So that's nice. And talking of church-type things and what have you, our church is now closed from tomorrow, which is a great shame because Sunday was my turn to play the very loud organ in what is loud when I play anyway, the loud organ in Wokenham, and I'd selected 3 really rousing hymns. You know, none of that. Abide with me. No, none of that. None of that. I had How Redeemer King Divine. Do you know that one? Da, 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 da. Loud and powerful and shouting out. And it's not going to happen now, unfortunately. Perhaps I should have my own service downstairs. We could do away with all the prayers completely and just have hymns. It'd be like a school assembly. Chris Reardon's morning assembly. Perhaps I could advertise this. Perhaps we could do an extra show every morning at... what time do schools normally have assemblies? Or did they normally have assemblies? Because they don't all have them now, do they? It's about 8:45, isn't it? Something like that? 8:45? I could do an extra show every morning at 8:45. Chris Reardon's morning assembly. What do you think? We can go downstairs. We'll have a couple of hymns. I was going to say I could invite some people around to, read a couple of notices out or something like that, or do a couple of prayers, but no, I can't be having contact with people at the moment, my dear. I suppose I could have different outfits. I could have outfits. I could dress perhaps, I don't know, as first of all as a headmaster, do the announcements, and then I could dress as... I'd have to have different masks as perhaps school children. I could dress as a school child and then read a couple of prayers on that and then go on my piano and start on my home organ thing and start playing hymns. Chris Reardon's morning assembly. Yes. How rude. Dave Moses said the church doesn't close because of corona. They just knew you were due to play. How rude. Rude, dear. You haven't heard me play my organ yet, have you? Have you not subscribed to my religious music and hymns channel? I've got 13 subscribers on there now. 13. I think there's 13. Hang on, let me just check for you. One moment, please, if I can find it. Let's see how many subscribers on my religious music and hymns channel. I'm sure it's in the millions by now. Let's have a quick look. Switch account and religious. 38 now. 38. Wow. Can you see it down there, David? Bottom right-hand corner, featured channels, religious music and hymns. Try that one. That'll keep you entertained for a while, dear. One moment, please. Thank you very much for that, Glenda. Much appreciated, my darling. Much appreciated. Let's have a look. Good morning to Dr. Gregorian, who went to Corona Fried Chicken yesterday and I got indigestion. Oh, that's bad news. Oh, dear. If you've recently had a Corona Fried Chicken and you've got indigestion... Bye-bye! What a shame. Dave's, all the production I've made for the Summertime Ball has just gone in the bin. They cancelled it today. Sorry, Dave. As in many other things. Glastonbury, and what about the Eurovision Song Contest? Not this year. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. No Eurovision the Song Contest this year. All that work. Dave would know the amount of work that must go into these events. Just chucked in the bin. What else can you do? Nothing you can do. I did think with the Eurovision Song Contest they might find some way of holding it in each individual country and feeding in the video and sound. But of course each individual country is stopping the mass gatherings of more than X number of people. In Austria, what do you think the amount of people they're trying to stop gathering is? 500? 5,000? 50? Try 5. 5. They're trying to stop gatherings of more than 5 people at the moment in Austria. That's their limit right now, yeah. And it's terrible, really, all that work people have done. I know you would have done so much work there, Dave. I was actually just waiting for the phone call, when you wanted me to host it. I mean, Roman Kemp's a little bit too busy at the moment with all these other little bits and little pretty boy face and that, darlings. I would happily have done that. I might have to learn some new young type words, wouldn't it? Like, bro. I think bro is one, isn't it? Bro. And, mash me up or something like that. Different words like those young people use. I could watch TikTok videos. A lot of them use words on there, don't they? They mime to songs, and they're very good at it. They're very, very good at that, I have to say. TikTok videos. Download that on your iPhone now. There's one particular lady who is hilarious. She's not young. Let me see if I can find her. This woman I've just discovered on TikTok, and she's middle-aged, and she did this. She's done this thing. I can't play it to you. There's rude words in it, dear. Rude words. Let me see if I can find her name. So what you want to do is download on your various gadgets TikTok. 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 Now let me see if I can find this cow. Oh, this woman. Let me see if I can find her. Is it? That's not her. Hang on a minute. Following. There she is. Her name is Lube Obang. L-O... Go and get a pen. I'll write this down. Let me see if I can play any of this to you. She starts talking about Mother's Day. And she says, well, we've got Mother's Day We've got Mother's Day cut. She literally looks at the camera the same as me. She says, well, we've got Mother's Day soon, haven't we? That's a pile of W. There they are. The little gits will be running around to, Mummy, I love you. Mummy, I love you. Not like the rest of the year. Why can't they do it all year round? Selfish little... And then she uses a C word. It's absolutely hilarious because it's dry. She looks at the camera and she's so dry. You got your pen ready? Right, this is the lady. Lube Obang. L-O-U-B. Lube. Laub Obang, I think it says. L-O-U-B-O-B-A-N-G. She is hilarious. She swears a lot. Be warned. And it's really offensive swear words. If you're offended by swear words, I'm not really. Let me see if I can show you. Yes, I can show you the pictures of her. There she is. She is hilarious. The stuff she comes out with. She's got several videos on here. I don't dare play any of them. And she's sometimes she's sitting in her car. She's very pretty, actually. There she is. All right. Okay. Keep an eye. And once again, her name is Lube Obang. L-O-U-B-O-B-A-N-G on TikTok. Dave, you've got to watch her. You will find her absolutely hilarious. Oh, God, blimey. Hang on a minute. I've just started it off. Turn it off quickly. All right, keep an eye on her. She's very good. I might have a look at that TikTok thing, but you can only do up to 30-second videos on there. So I'd have to do something completely different. I'm not quite sure what there. Let's just scroll up. Happiness is the greatest thing that I possess. It is, dear. Morning to Mark Bowles. Good morning, young Mark. Welcome to our little show here. Scrolling. Dave, you've read that one. Mick's is Mick going to the hospital or something? Doesn't need medication. Well, that's good news. I had a look on our I have a couple of little things wrong with me. Probably the affected one would be the asthma. I have minor asthma. It's not too bad. It seems to be at its worst, to be honest, when I'm here, when I'm in enclosed space. When I go for my walk over the forest, which you saw earlier, doesn't really exist over there. It's one of them in an enclosed space. That'd be the one to watch out for. The other little blood issue thing that I've got, I went on the website yesterday of the hospital that I attend, the special clinic I go to, and that's not a risk, apparently, not a risk. So that's good news. Although they're now saying, your 6-monthly checkup, mine's not until June. My next one is in May or June, somewhere like that. They're now saying if you feel okay, we probably won't ask you to come in, and we'll just send you the pills for a given time until this is hopefully passes through or something like that. Have you watched it yet, Dave? Have you watched it? Filth, upper filth. Oh, I've got 39 subscribers now. Thank you. Wonder Woman just subscribed to my religious music and hymns channel. 39, how fabulous. That's actually that sort of channel. You could make money on that one because there's no copywritten stuff. Do you see what I mean? It's just me playing. It's like this one. You can make a little bit of money on this channel. Sometimes, but how much money do you make on your YouTube videos? Literally pennies. Pennies. It's not really about making money to me. Yeah, it'd be nice to make a bit. apart from, of course, the not including the super chats that some people kindly send sometimes, the amount of videos you've got to watch, like tens of thousands to make anything really. So yes, I do make a little bit of money on the videos, but with the amount of viewers, it really is pennies. It's pennies. I think it took me 8 years to get a £60 check from YouTube. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter, because we're all happy while we're doing this. I had gadget failure last night, boys and girls. Not complete gadget failure, I'm pleased to say, but nevertheless gadget failure. I went to put the kettle on. The button won't stay down. Can't believe it. I don't think I've had that one a year. The last one I had for years. Those buttons on the... I mean, it's a cheap kettle. I tend to buy a cheap kettle, $9.99 or something like that. I think that come from Aldi. And the last one, though, seemed to last a lot longer. The buttons simply won't stay down. It seems to be like this piece of plastic with two little bits go in it like that. And that's it. So I'm wiggling this button about and trying to put it down. It will stay down if you put something on it. But, of course, then once it's boiling, it's not going to click itself off, is it? You see what I mean? And I've got it set up on a smart plug. So literally in the morning when I wake up, and it's connected to my Amazon Echo thing, you know. So in the morning when I wake up, after I've been laying down, gradually pulling my eyeballs open like that, when I'm almost ready to get up, I say, Amazon, kettle, home kettle on. I say Amazon, home kettle on. And then I take my time, and then when I get downstairs, the kettle's boiled. How fabulous is that? 5 minutes. But of course I can't do that now, because if I was to put that little thing on there and leave it down, ready for it to switch on, it could come on, right? And I turn it on, and then I start doing something, and I forget that it's been on, and it won't switch itself off. So I have now ordered another kettle, boys and girls, on Amazon one-click ordering. Slightly dearer, this one. I've got a £25 one. I think it's Morphy Richards. Very exciting. Red. I selected black or red. What would you like? I selected red. Red. Oh, I can hear banging now. What's that noise? That'd be the army. They've moved in. Someone's been caught nicking toilet rolls. The army are on the way. Oh, yes, the army are on their way. It's in a few of the papers this morning. Very good morning to Brian Fitzpatrick. Good morning. Morning to you, sir. Morning, Brian. Have you got several accounts, Brian? Why have you got several accounts? Well, I hope you've used them all to subscribe to my channel, my darling. We're desperate for subscribers here. Desperate for subscribers. Please subscribe to all of them. Thank you very much. What's that? 40 now, dear. 40. 40 what? Oh! Dave has signed up to my religious music and hymns channel as well. I know why you're all signing up. You want to join, because that's, of course, where the morning assembly will be. That'll be a new show, boys and girls, on the... do you know it's not a bad idea, is it? That could be a completely different set of people who might be entertained by it. I'm getting ideas here. Morning assembly with Chris Reardon. So I can do all that as a religious thing downstairs, and I can come up here and be myself. You don't think people down the church know I do this, do you? Good God, no, man. Oh, Chris, we saw your show today. I don't think it's appropriate that you should be... Can you just imagine it? The people down the church were watching this show. I don't think so. Don't think that'll happen. Where are we? Hi, Chris, you little fitty. Please, Mark. Please, dear. Please. Oh, I'm going all embarrassed now. Hope you'll be able to join us tonight. We've got a chat show tonight, boys and girls. Phone-in show tonight, okay? That'll be starting sometime between 7 and 10 o'clock. Did I tell you I've sorted out my sound in here now so I can hear the music that I'm playing you? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah. It was Dave, you'll understand this. What was happening is that the sound was coming in here and then going back out. So, of course, it's creating an echo. So I switched off the button on the mixer, which sends it back in. So it only sends it to those speakers now, rather than back into the computer. And that sorted out my little problem, which I've always had for years. I've only just discovered it's the switch. It's the switch. One. Mick has now subscribed as well to our Religious Music and Hymns channel. There's not much that comes up on there. I don't do anything live on there, at least not at the moment. Now and again, I'll record a hymn and just upload it to there. So thank you very much. We need to get over 1,000 to be able to monetize it then. So I don't think that'll happen sometime. But it's nice to see the numbers going up slowly. Thank you very much. The channel is called Religious Music and Hymns. Steph, you're watching this obviously on YouTube. Somewhere, if you're on a computer in the bottom right hand corner, it says featured channels. They're all my channels there. Karaoke London, Religious Music and Hymns and those. If you're on an iPhone, I don't know how you would find that. But the channel is called Religious Music and Hymns. Type in Chris Reardon Religious Music and Hymns and see if you can find it like that on a search, perhaps, if you want to look there. Wow, look, everyone's subscribing now. That's nice of you all. Colin's subscribed as well. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. I didn't expect that. Thank you. Mark says everyone's panic buying. I looked at my bank account and I'm just panicking. Oh, I know what you mean. You're not the only one. You're not the only one, darling. There's a lot of people panicking there. Very worrying. Anyway, so as well as the kettle is coming today, my new red kettle is coming today. Don't you worry, I will show it to you tonight, hopefully, if it's here. All right? And also arriving today, I hope, is my lily beetle spray to destroy those nasty red lily beetles, because I found one the other day, as you well know, eating one of my leaves on my beautiful lilies that are just emerging, that's a great word, emerging from the earth for which they are encrusted. Yes. Lily beetle spray is on the way. My nephew, Gary Butler, is in deep depression at the moment, boys and girls, due to EastEnders dropping down to 2 nights a week. They've stopped all filming on EastEnders, Casualty, Holby City. There was another one as well. Doctors. I don't know that one. When is that on? Doctors. Is that something I should be watching? Doctors. I don't even know the show. I just saw it on the news last night. So they've stopped filming all these. They've now dropped EastEnders down to twice a week because they obviously have so many in the can, so to speak. They will have X number of EastEnders episodes in the can, and they're hoping to string that out as long as they can. Once they're played out, that's it. No more EastEnders until everyone can come back again. Terrible. Terrible. Anyway, that's put my nephew Gary Butler into deep depression. Gary isn't with us this morning, unfortunately. But I did suggest to him if he could, sort of text me the times that EastEnders is on, I could possibly do my own version of EastEnders. And I would have to play all the characters. Trouble is, I never watch it. I don't watch it. The last time I properly watched EastEnders was on Christmas Day when Den served Angie with the divorce papers. That is the last time I watched EastEnders. Or at least it's the last time in my head. My sister has it on. If I go round to her house and they sit there watching that crap. But I don't take any notice of it really. I mean, I'm looking at the screen, switched off. Do you know what I mean? Possibly a little bit like you're watching this programme, completely switched off. Mick wants a live haircut. I don't know if I'm going to do it live. I don't know if we'll do it live, really. Steph still wants me to cut the hair live. You'll get loads of super chats. I don't know if I want to do it live, really. I really wouldn't want to do it in here because of mess hair. It's bad enough. This room doesn't get hoovered that much because there's so much stuff everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And dusting and all that. It doesn't happen in this room. Now and again, if it's really bad, I'll try and do something about it. But you could always knock a wire or a piece of gear or something out of place. Oh, Christ, that's gone wrong. So it doesn't happen in here. I'd have to do it downstairs and... I mean, I can go live on YouTube with just my iPhone. I can do that. That is possible to do that. I suppose I could do it like that. Or my mini iPad, something like that. But I wouldn't be able to read messages and things like that. You'd kind of be left to your own devices. At least until I'd finish anyway. Good morning to Joey Millen. Welcoming Joey. Morning, Joey. Excellent. Okay. There we are. Just a minute, Steph. I don't know if I can put that on there for you, Steph. Let's see if I can work out how to do this, Steph. Just a second, sweetheart, and I'll try and do this. Let's bring that up on there. Don't know. Oh, why has that come up like that again? One moment. There we are. Put that on there like that. Okay. Now, Steph, how do I do this? Steph wants to know what the thing is, doesn't she? Right, maybe I can. Right, hang on. Switch account. Religious music and hymns. Give me a second, my darlings, and I'll... your channel, okay? Where's go to channel? Go to channel somehow? Can I click there? Yeah, here we go. Hang on. Oh, right, okay. Steph, let me see if you can see this or not. That may not go on there. I don't think you can post channels on there. Okay. Remove any... Try again. Okay. See if that works. Nope. Try and remove that. There you go. Try that. There you go, Steph. Has that come up there, darling? See if that's come up there. I don't know if that'll come up there or not, Steph, and that'll give you the channel exactly where it is, my love. All right. Fingers crossed that'll work like that. I don't know if that works or not. Can anyone see that or not? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. Okay, good. So that's the EastEnders. So I was suggesting to Gary that he texts me over the times that EastEnders is usually on, and perhaps I can fill those slots. You know, I'm sure my dear friends at the BBC would be more than happy for me to fill in the slots on EastEnders. Can you just imagine the ratings for that? It would pour in, especially if the army was involved as well. Because in all of the papers this morning, here's the Sun's take on it. Troops on the streets. Troops on the streets, it says here. 20,000 troops are ready to join the fight against coronavirus as super spreader city London. London is the worst place. Good morning, Heidi. Morning, Heidi. Heidi's lost the show on YouTube. I don't know why, Heidi. Must be something wrong there, darling. Turn off your device and turn it on again. That'll probably come back then. It says the armed forces are poised to step in to take over hotels and run them as hospitals as the UK's death rate spirals, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson prepares to deploy sweeping shutdown measures. I can see London being shut down. I can see that. I can see that happening. Got to do something. Got to do something. The death toll from coronavirus... and it starts going on about the numbers and that. Yesterday, Boris Johnson announced schools will close from Friday. See, the thing is, the children think they're going to start running around and playing out. I don't think that's going to happen, is it? The idea is to keep everyone not touching everyone else. That's the whole idea. Very difficult to do. Different case in China because they do what they're told. You know, I've seen videos of that in China, big lorries going around with spray and everything and streets and things like that. I was watching, what's that programme on BBC News? I think it's on at 7 o'clock where they go around the world looking at various different things, and it shows you places where, like poor places, countries in markets where they're shoving water onto the ground and cleaning with disinfectant and all that. Disinfectant, yeah. London transport will start today with 40 tube stations closed. Yes, I saw that again on the news this morning. Covent Garden closed. Covent Garden closed and there was just no one there. It's the weirdest thing ever. But anyway, so the army are going to get involved, and I just want to publicly say here, boys and girls, I just want to publicly offer any members of the armed forces under the age of 40, any members of the armed forces, anyone who's feeling a little bit tired or something like that, wants to come and use my shower, any of those army boys want to come and use the shower, maybe they need a little bit of washing done, anything like that, want to have a little sleep in the bed, or come and relax on the television in front of me. Now, I don't usually allow smoking in my house, but in this case, I will allow it. Any of the armed forces under the age of 40 who want to come round and use my house, I beg your pardon, use my house for relaxation or cleansing or anything like that. I'll put something in the oven for you. As you know, I'm vegetarian, but in this case, I'm happy to go out and buy a couple of chickens. And that's someone went in the co-op the other day and nicked all the chickens. Honest, I meant to tell you that. You know, when I said to you, like, Sunday I went in there and this boy ran out with a load of chocolate. When I was talking to the member of staff, who didn't really do anything about it, he said some bloke went in earlier and nicked all the chickens. Oh, God's sake. Isn't it awful? And it's just awful, dear, awful. And that is why the army have got to come in. Most of you on here, possibly not all of you, most of you on here have got nothing to worry about with the army marching up and down. I'm very, very happy to have as many as 2 million army people standing outside my house, one after the other, coming in and service and coming in for a rest. Very happy for that to happen. You know, they're not there. They're not worried about you. As long as you do what you're told, stay indoors or do what you're told. They're there to stop scallywags nicking stuff from supermarkets and various places like that. And when you're told to stay inside, do you think they're doing that for their own benefit? No, it's for your benefit. For your benefit. It's for the people who are, I'll do what I want when I want type people. That's what it's for. And actually, as you come out of London, you get less and less of those. Certainly in Lincolnshire, there's not too many of them. You know, they all look after each other. It's places like London. It's places like London. And I said before, you know, not recently, but a few years ago when I was working in Clapham, there was a KFC next to us. And it was staffed by young Asian boys, okay? And they worked damn hard in that KFC. They worked damn hard. And people from the other side of the counter were so rude to them. So rude. One of them jumped over the counter. I saw it. One of them jumped over the counter once and started helping himself to chips. Awful, awful people. That's what the army's there for, not for you and I. So there we are. The offer is there for the army. I expect them to start knocking it. If they do knock on the door this morning, we'll have to cut the show short. I'm sorry, dear. You know, I have to look after them before I look after you. That's just how it is, my loves. That's just how it is. Thank you so much. That link didn't come up, no? Okay, I don't know why, Steph. I can send you a link. If you send me a little message, Steph, if you send me a message on the Facebook or email, where's my email address button? Where is it now? Email address button. There's email address. There we are. If you just ask me on email, I'll send you the link and you'll be able to click on it there. If that's the sort of thing you like, you know. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Heidi's back in the house. Brian Fitzpatrick. Morning, Brian. There he is. Michael, if you if you have no reason for... if you... Sorry, Michael, try that again. Don't understand what you're saying there. Standing to attention, Chris. Yes, stand to attention, Mark. I'd like to see that very much. Mandy says the same thing happened at Morrison's. A man gave it legs with a bag full of fresh meat. Yeah, it's dreadful. 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 They'll all need these security people. But, you know, who wants to be a security person in this time, day and age? That's an awful job, that is. We had a really young, pretty security bloke at the pub for a couple of weeks. And he's ever so nice, very pretty. And I thought, what are you going to do if someone really nasty comes up? I thought, you're too young to be doing that job, you know? Really. Michael, the Australian government closed our borders. No visitors at all for a while. So there we are. I did hear that one as well. Morning, Gavin Bass. Morning to you, Gavin. Hello to you. What else have we got? Now, we need to lift spirits. Now, I'm going to ask you this tonight. So save up for this one tonight. One or two of you on here who do like calling in. I'm going to ask you tonight, how would you suggest we lift spirits? We lift the spirits of people. There's a lot of very depressed people at the moment. Very depressed, very worried. I'm one of the very cautious people. I've got to tell you, I'm a worried person. Even when I'm over the forest and I see someone coming towards me, I kind of move over the side a little bit. Yeah, I really am worried. But we need to lift people's spirits. Glenda already mentioned earlier on in her email that she feels this show lifts her spirits, so I'm pleased that it does. We do touch on serious stuff now and again, but generally, I like it to be sort of trying up as much as possible without too many. That's why you hear, if someone starts being depressing on the phone, I change the subject and try and get rid of them quickly, because I don't want this to be a depressing show. I'm not like a what do you call it? Like a Samaritans who do a fantastic job, or a social worker. We try and lift spirits here. We lift spirits here. Now, in the Daily Mirror, Brian, please keep it clean, darling. Oh, dear. That comment will be removed. Do try and keep it clean, Brian. If you can do humour, you can do rude humour, it goes as far as the Carry On films and no further than that, all right? All right, dear? Now, Daily Mirror. Staying positive during the outbreak can be challenging, but some people have found a solution. This might put a little smile on your face. Fairy lights. We love fairy lights. Little twinkling lights. They don't have to be flashing on and off. Right here, and at the caravan, my fencing is surrounded with fairy lights. I've got it up at the caravan, and I've got them down here as well. Just little fairy lights, and they come on and off at a given time. They stay on all night. And I look at them, and they make me happy. Little coloured lights. And of course, where twigs and things and leaves are sometimes go in front of them, that gives them the sort of illusion that they are actually twinkling, but I don't have them on flash. Now, I find them annoying, flashing fairy lights. Oh, how annoying are they? Flashing fairy lights are possibly one of the most annoying things ever in the world of history of world things. If you want fairy lights, then just turn them on and that's it. And I've got all coloured ones. Red, yellow, green and blue, I think they are. You can get white ones, you can get blue ones. Blue were very fashionable recently, weren't they? Over the last few years, like dark blue fairy lights. Well, it says fairy lights are known for one time of the year, Christmas. And one of the most exciting parts of Christmas, minus the presents and the food, is driving round to see which house has the best Christmas lights. But people around the world have started going up into their lofts and bringing down their decorations now in a bid to spread a little joy. Spread a little happiness, ta-ta-ta-ta. Joy to the world, let earth be born. That one, yes, joy, dear, joy. That's what we want, joy. We're currently facing uncertain times, indeed we are. So anything and everything should be done to spread happiness and cheer. A number of people are heading to Twitter to urge others to dig out their lights from their crumpled up boxes in the loft to decorate their homes in these dark times. I love it. This is a blooming excellent idea. It says, although it's unclear who started the Lights for Life trend, it has since gained a lot of attention online, encouraging people to share pictures and videos decorating their houses. One person said, my mum thinks people should start putting up Christmas lights in their windows to remind each other that there is still life and light while we stay the F home. I think she's onto something. I think you're absolutely right. The post received it starts going on about, why are the people so obsessed with likes and things? The post received 12,000 likes. So people are just so obsessed with likes, aren't they, all the time? And unlikes or dislikes, whatever they're called. They go on about these numbers all the time. Why can't you just post something and not worry about the amount of likes and things? God. He continued by posting a picture of the warm-coloured strip lights that he'd wrapped around a tree in his garden with the caption, opted for the tree, no one within 10 yards, while putting them up. Another person wrote, today a few of my neighbours decided we need a bit more light at this dark time and decided to turn their Christmas lights back on. So there's a lovely thing there, isn't there, eh? Uplifting, and it is uplifting to see those Christmas lights. I know some of these houses around Christmas time, certainly around here, seem to go way over the top. Doesn't seem to happen in London so much now. When you're driving through London on sort of around the Christmas period, don't see many trees up anymore. I noticed that. There was a time, certainly when I was a child, you would drive through London and virtually every single house you went past had some sort of Christmas tree or decoration in the window. Not so much now, which is a shame. But there we go. So I think that's something possibly to talk about tonight. So have a little think about that, doing your daily things, whatever you're doing, and come up with something that we could perhaps try to do together or separately, you know, to try and lift your spirits in these very dark times, which is what they are. All right, my loves. Where are we now? Ticket, please, before the army smash your back doors in. Morning to Rowan. Good morning, Rowan. Welcome to our show. Very late, dear. Have you brought a note? We don't like lateness on this programme, dear. Please be here on time. I mean, we're already starting later. How late do you want me to start? We can't wait for you to get up out of bed, Rowan. Good God, man. Honestly, people lying in bed till all hours. Dear me. Oh, good. So that's that story. What else have we got here? That's the Pretty Lights story. In Australia, this one. I think this one's Australia, is it? Let's have a look. No, it's not. It's England. This looks like it's England. In the Daily Mirror again, amid stockpiling concerns, some supermarkets forced to impose restrictions on a number of essential items, which we talked about yesterday. In the UK, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda put limitations in place on toilet rolls, hand wash, pasta, milk, cleaning products like antibacterial wipes. Aldi is restricting all items in its store to 4 per shopper. And I was in there the other night, and indeed, there was someone at the till. I don't know what it was they were buying, and all I heard was, "I'm sorry, you're only allowed to have four of those," and that's it. It seems some parents... here we are, yeah. It seems some parents in Australia have found a way to hack the system. To get past the rule, parents were getting their children to line up and buy toilet paper on their own. And it wasn't long before Australian Aldi shoppers caught on with the sneaky act. Unsurprisingly, people are furious. Talking to Facebook, he said these people are greedy and selfish. Another shopper saw it happening, claims she called them out, saying that's un-Australian. There will be nothing left for anyone else. So they're doing that now, sending in their children. I suppose they have to be of a certain age. You wouldn't see, I don't know, I'm trying to think now, maybe great-nephew George and great-niece Evie, they're 7. They could probably go and buy stuff on their own, but no one younger than that, would they? He said the Audi boss, Giles, has been forced to release a statement on panic buying, saying, "We've taken action to discourage people buying more than they need. Customers are currently limited to buying 4 items at a time. There is still significantly more than most customers would buy in a normal shopping trip." Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. You wouldn't go in and buy... I mean, most people buy one lot of toilet paper, don't they? You know, so restricting them to 4... I suppose isn't bad at all. I seem to be running out of tissues a lot. I can run out of tissues. I must get some more tissues, actually. Good morning to Adrian Richardson. A very good morning to you today. Rowan says I'm 5 hours ahead of him. Well, it's not the point, Rowan, dear. Not the point, dear. A true follower of me should be up early. It says in the Bible, "Thou shalt not fall asleep while I'm doing my show." Similar things like that. People fell asleep, didn't they? People fell asleep while he was doing his show. It's outrageous, dear. Heidi. Heidi's got fairy lights. Little white ones. Dig them out later and switch them and take a picture. Heidi's going to get her little fairy lights out. Excellent. Excellent. Steph's son went to Asda last night. Some woman tried to buy 4 big bags of sugar, but the staff wouldn't let her have 4 bags. Greedy git. 4 bags of sugar? Blimey, how much stuff do people get through? Jeez, 4 bags of sugar. I must try and get some tissues, actually. That's one of the difficult things to get. Because, of course, once people have stopped buying toilet paper, they then start looking at other things. You know, tissues, blue roll, I suppose. But I wonder if we can buy blue roll. That would do as a tissue, not as toilet paper. You mustn't put that down the toilet. Hang on. Amazon. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look? See if we can get blue roll. That's an idea. I never thought of that. Blue roll. B-L-U-E-R. Blue roll. 1 moment, please. Yes. £52? 52 quid? Hang on a minute. Jumbo roll. £52? Oh, hang on. Here, it's pack of 6 blue roll here. $13.99. That's fair. $13.99 for a pack of 6 blue roll on Amazon. Pack of 6 blue roll, 20 quid. That would be a thing. 15 quid. And Sim embossed centerfield paper hand towel. Free delivery. Really? Oh, okay. Well. There's a surprise. Blue roll. Useful as tissues. Free delivery. Get by tomorrow. $9.99. Some of these prices, they're so different. How are these prices so different? 6, 8, 12 toilet roll papers. What's that? Is that toilet? Basic paper 2 ply, 6 rolls, £35. They're certainly trying to profit some of them from them. Let's have a look at this one. Where's that one at the top there again? Where's the £15 one? And Sim, let's have a look at that. Usually dispatched within 3 and 4 days. So that's not there yet. Have a look there. Amazon Blue Roll. That might help you out for tissues and that sort of thing. All right. Right. Paul and Lou are in the house. Good morning, Paul and Lou. Thanks so much for joining us. Sorry, what is the time again now, please? 11:10. Are you for real? You're lying in bed all day. I know why you're lying in bed. You just don't want to touch anyone, do you? I'd like to volunteer to be touched. I would like to volunteer to be touched immediately. Oh, God, Steph. Steph, who remembers the toilet roll back in the day like tracing paper? Oh, painful isn't the word, is it? We used to go and, let's do some tracing. We'd go out to the toilet paper and get some tracing paper. Did you ever do rubbings? Anyone do rubbings? You know, where you get like a piece of tracing paper or toilet paper stuff, and you'd find something on the floor, you know, like a you know those metal covers like they got for the waterworks and the electric boards, and you'd rub over it with a pencil, and you get like a printout. Did you ever do that on? Oh, it's just me, was it? Oh dear. Morning to GFA Tay. Morning GFA Tay in the house like Tay. Pubs. Couple of pub stories for you this morning. The very future of the British pub has been put at risk in the Daily Mirror, with thousands of pubs, as many as 1 million jobs on the line as people stay home and try to minimise the risk of coronavirus infection. Now, the pub I usually work at, as you know, I've taken extended leave. I'm frightened to work there. I won't lie. I'm frightened to work there. I'm frightened of touching people and this, that and the other and surfaces. That being said, it was open Monday. It is still open at the moment, and apparently the staff were constantly going around spraying down the tables and spraying everything and cleaning, and they're doing the best they can. I just didn't want to take the risk. That being said, you know, when I go to the shops, you could argue that I'm taking my risk every time I go to the shop, which isn't like every day, but nevertheless I have minimised it. I've minimised what I can do. Tay used to do rubbings in primary school. We had a field trip to a cemetery to do rubbings. Yeah, I remember doing those. Go out with a pen or crayons. Crayons as well, wasn't it? Crayons. Put the bit of tracing paper and you come out. Look, Mum, look what I've done. There. We used to do that, didn't I? Is our paper, that's the one, Mick. Is our paper, that's right. Mel and Kim, you like Mel and Kim, don't you, Brian? Did you used to ask me for Mel and Kim? Tay, that one. Mel and Kim, yeah. Anyway, so the pub I work at, Central Station, still open at the moment. They're actually looking for someone. I don't know if they've found anyone yet, but they're looking for someone to host the karaoke on Friday at the moment, because I've pulled out at least until the beginning of January, at which point I'd like to think that I might be able to go back there. But I'm fully aware by then they may have found somewhere else, and they may want to stick with that person. They may want to stick with the new person, but You know, that's just how it is, I'm afraid. Just how it is. Anyway, in the Daily Mirror, it says, without urgent action, thousands of pubs and as many as 1 million bar jobs could be lost as a result of the coronavirus. I mean, even before this thing came down, pubs are in terrible trouble. They're in a right mess. Business rates are just ridiculous. How they can afford to remain open. Adrian used to run a pub, didn't you? Adrian run a business. He'll tell you how much it is to run a pub. I think a lot of these places tick over. They literally just tick over. Britain's biggest pub and restaurant owners have warned sales are getting worse by the day as the impact of advice to stay at home and avoid public spaces kicks in. Marston's, which runs 1,400 pubs across the country, Mitchells and Butlers, the owner of Toby Carvery. Now, Toby Carvery, I've got a story there actually, which let me write that down, which I meant to tell you. I'm a bit of a fan of Toby Carvery, even though I'm vegetarian. I can go to Toby Carvery. You can have, if you want, you can have some sort of vegetarian replacement thing. I don't know, like God knows, like a soya burger or something like that, probably. Or you can just go in and have the vegetables. Nothing wrong with having a plate of beautiful vegetables that they do in the Toby Carvery, mainly consisting of Toby Carvery roast potatoes. Oh, God, don't we love those? Huh? Toby Carvery roast potatoes. Yes, please, mummy. They are so delicious. They do those, and the carrots and the peas, and they're all made really nice, and it's lovely. And you can have a Yorkshire pudding as well. You don't actually need that meat alternative. I'll tell you, I've come out of there before stuffed. Absolutely stuffed. You want to see the amount of food some people take. It's ridiculous. Toby Carvery, I am a fan of those. All bar one, Revolution bars have all issued warnings about trading yesterday. This chief executive of pub and restaurant body UK Hospitality said our analysis suggests an excess of 1 million jobs are now on the line. Job cuts are extraordinarily deep and are happening now, today and tomorrow, and are snowballing. We need urgent support and funding within 24 hours to keep people in employment. And there's pictures here. That looks like Covent Garden. I don't know if that does look like Covent Garden there. There's a picture in the Daily Mirror. And there's all these seats and tables outside this pub. No one sitting in them. No one there. Not a single customer. Marston warns, that's the brewery people, that while it was not yet feeling the brunt of it, government advice to avoid eating or drinking out was bound to significantly lower sales in the coming weeks. Well, I won't be going out. On the other hand, I didn't really go out much anyway to eat and drink and that sort of thing. So bad news there, and it's going to affect them. It's going to affect them. But Wetherspoons, on the other hand, and this is in the Daily Mail today, says all Wetherspoon pubs will... Have you ever been in a Wetherspoon pub? Cheap, but there's nothing going on. You know, they don't have any entertainment. They run it on cheap booze and food. And there's nothing wrong with the food. I've had a few Wetherspoons meals in my time, and it's fine. It's nice, decent food. The staff always seem to be a little bit miserable in there, I must say. They seem to be overworked and underpaid in Wetherspoons, but that's the setup. It says all Wetherspoons pubs in today's Daily Mail will remain open during the outbreak, but customers must pay by card, avoid standing at the bar and sit at alternate tables, the company has announced. The news followed a speech by the Prime Minister on Monday when he urged people to avoid going to pubs. Meanwhile, members of the public have rushed to stockpile wine. I'm not a fan of wine, but sellers are confident that they can keep enough bottles on the shelves. Do you know, I think I've got a bottle of champagne in my... only one of those, you know, those mini ones, like half a bottle or something like that. I think I've got one of those in my fridge. Who's coming round to help me drink that? Anyone want some of that? Members of the public have rushed to buy their wine. Sellers are confident they can keep enough bottles on the shelves. Wetherspoon chain said all 870 pubs across Britain will remain open at all times unless the government says otherwise. So they're going to try and keep the pubs open. You see, I can understand it. I can understand it, what with them trying to keep people employed and trying to keep their businesses open. On the other hand, you know, another good way of spreading the disease. isn't it? So you take your pick. We're about to do the raffle tickets. Stand by for the raffle tickets. Okay, stand by for the raffle tickets. Sorry, have I just set off your thing, Rachel? What did I... Oh, your one's called Amazon, is it? Oh, now I'm very, very careful not to say the other word that most people have got set up. That's why I say Amazon. I don't know what else to say really. Amazon Echo, other than Amazon Echo. Some people, and my brother-in-law, he set his to open to computer, but it just didn't work for my sister. She'd be screaming at this thing and it would take no notice of her. Can't think of anyone else who's like that with her, to be honest. Gavin had toilet like tracing paper at school. I went in with my own, didn't like it. Take your own toilet paper to school. Good God, yeah. Tay, all bars, clubs, indoor dining has closed here. She's in America, I think in America. Only take out or drive through available in South Carolina. Yes, McDonald's have just started that, Tay. McDonald's have just started that. They're not having sit down over here. That was started yesterday. You can't sit in a McDonald's now. You can only do takeout and drive through. I don't know, the one in Bracknell, I don't know how you do a takeout there, to be honest. Because you've got to sort of queue up. If you're in a queue with people, that itself is a risk, isn't it? You know? That itself is a risk. Let's do the raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle ticket for the next raffle on Monday, boys and girls? Who wants a raffle ticket? Please speak now. Rowan is in South Carolina as well, aren't you, Rowan? Yes, indeed. Heidi's going to have a shower after the show. Good idea, Heidi. I can smell you from here, darling. Do we need to cut down on showers and things like that? To sort of one every 2 days instead of every day, do you think? Save a bit of soap and that, wouldn't it? You know, you've got to think ahead. You've got to think ahead. You absolutely have. Paul and Lou, the tracing paper was shocking. I remember it well. Awful stuff. Awful. Mark Bowles, ticket number 980 for Mr. Mark Bowles. Let's get those tickets in. 981 for one man and his Sprinter van. Michael Pullman, 982. Mandy Davenport, 983. Mick Davenport, 984. Sean Pye, 985. Michael Lawrence, 986. Paul and Lou, 987. Brian Fitzpatrick, 988. Diane Jebb, 989. Heidi, 990. Who's going to get the 1,000? But will it go on this show? Will it go on this show? Heidi, what did I say, Heidi? 999 over Heidi. 991 for Steph Diamond. 992 for Tony King. 993 for Rachel. Oh, I don't think it's going to go on the show today, is it? It'll go tonight then. Rachel. Colin Coates, 994. Gavin Bass, 995. That's everyone. Have I missed anyone out? Please speak now. If I've missed you out on our ticket run there, please speak now. I've just got to do one for actually Shania, who asked earlier. I didn't do that one earlier. So Shania gets 996 for yesterday's show because I forgot to do that. There we are. I don't know, Shania, are you with us now? Because you'll get one for today's show as well. I did see your email that you sent at 6 o'clock this morning for that, so that's done now. 997 for Tay. Oh, are we going to get to 1,000 or not? Anyone else? Have I missed anyone out? I've done Gavin. Did I do Gavin? Yeah, I've got Gavin's there. Got Gavin's there. No, I think we're at there. Oh, we're not going to get to 1,000 on the show today, are we? Never mind. No. Oh, Joey Millen, 998. Anyone else? Who's going to get ticket number 1,000? And then we change colours. Oh, Fran, 999. I'm so excited now. Fran Green, 999. Is there anyone missed out? It's exciting. You could have sat there watched the bleeding BBC News. Your latest nasty figures coming out. Instead, we're here with the pineapple jacket. Oh, yeah. Jason Hughes. Jason Hughes, you get number 1,000. Jason Hughes gets number 1,000. There we go. That's all the pink tickets. Let me just text him there. 1,000 for Mr. Jason Hughes, emailing in there. As always, didn't hear my number called. Oh, do you want to know it? Steph, you were 991, Steph. No. Oh, Rowan Riley. Rowan, you start off the new ticket books. Now, what colours would you like this way? Just a moment, please. Let me just pop over to my other section of the studio. Right. Right now let's turn this into a bit of fun, shall we? Let's turn this into fun. So we can't have pink because we've just done pink, so we can't have pink. Let me remove the pink ones. That pink as well. Oh, I like this. I like the smell of. Oh, haven't come from China. Oh, might come from China, love. What is it Trump said yesterday? No, people are screaming at him. He's racist. I didn't think it was racist. That was just a bit of fun. Kung flu is calling it. Kung flu. Shocking. Kung flu. Right. Now, we've got the new tickets here. Rowan, as you are the first ticket holder of our new colour, I'm now going to ask you to select the colour of the new tickets. These are the ones. We've just got to 1,000 on there. So we've run out of tickets in the pink ticket book. You can have, Rowan. Now, wait, dear. Wait. Dave's waiting for one as well. Dave, I'm afraid you won't be able to choose the colour, Dave. You're a little bit late coming in there, dear. However, you will get a ticket. Please stand by. Operators are standing by. You can have, Rowan, blue tickets. Or you can have green tickets. Or you can have purple tickets. Or you can have salmon coloured tickets. What's it going to be, Rowan? You select the tickets. I've got another 4 here, but they're the same colours. We've got loads of raffle tickets now because we're nearly run out. I'm waiting, Rowan. Come on. What colour tickets are we going on to now, Rowan? How exciting this is. This is the most exciting part of my week, choosing the colour of the ticket. Shut up, Michael. Not asking you. Not asking you. Not asking you. It's Rowan's decision. Rowan is deciding. We need a drum roll. Let's have it. What have I got? A little bit, some sort of music here that I can play while that's happening. One moment while he makes his choice. Is there some sort of music? I don't know. Strange. Whip. Bonnie. What's this one here? What's this one? Let's try this. What's this one? No. Yeah! We have got the... Oh, you've chosen the ticket already. Oh, you could have at least waited for the music. Blimey, you could have waited for the music. We have selected purple colour tickets, boys and girls. Why can I hear myself through my speakers now? Have I turned something up somewhere? I can hear myself through my speakers. Not a pleasant experience. We're going on the purple tickets as selected by Rowan Riley. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Rowan, here we go. Purple tickets. You are ticket number 1. Ticket number 1 for Rowan Riley. There we are. Rowan Riley. Did anyone else get missed out there? This is to win our exclusive fridge magnet, boys and girls, on Monday. Don't know how I'm going to post these. Oh, I never thought of that. Are we going to post all the prizes now? What, we might have to hold on to those for a while. I'll make a executive decision on Sunday night, okay? So that's to win one of those on Monday. So you've got one of those. You've selected your... Well, we've got purple tickets now. Purple tickets. Thank you, Rowan. Dave Moses, you get ticket number 2. That's not 1, David. Ticket number 2 for Dave Moses. Oh, yeah. Anyone else? Bum, bum, bum. That's it. What time does the phone-in start? It'll be sometime between 7 and 9 o'clock for you this evening, my darling, all right? 7 and 9 o'clock is our phone-in show tonight, starting somewhere between that time. Okie doke, it's birthday time here on United Kingdom Talk. We've only got 5 today. Happy birthday on this Thursday, is it? Thursday, March the 19th, 2022. Karen Louise, you beautiful, beautiful lady. You would have seen Karen singing at our karaoke night. Such a wonderful, happy creature. She comes in with her other half and she usually sings T-Rex. Get it on, that one. And I can't remember what else she sings now. I think she sings a Genesis one. I can't remember now. But happy birthday to you, Karen. They live on a canal boat. And very happy they are on there well. They live on a canal boat, which they like. Happy birthday, 56 years old tonight, so just a little bit younger than me. Happy birthday to Ken Ledster Leray, who's 52 years old today. Happy birthday, Ken. Gina DeCarl, good morning, Gina. Lovely picture. Happy birthday to you. John Mercer, who was works at Thameside Radio. Oh, what's it called now? Tameside Radio. Good morning, John. Happy birthday to you. And Tony Tansley, very well known on the scene in London, is a young 66 years old today. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you all on this Thursday. There it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, it's wonderful to be able to hear the stuff now, because I usually, when I'm playing a video out or something like that, I never used to be able to hear what was actually going on. I'd have to watch it and guess where it's about to come out, but I can hear everything now, including my little bits of music that I play at the beginning and the end. There we go, that's it this morning. Thank you so much for joining us on our little bit of fun today, gang. Do feel free to ever share my shows to your walls, and it's much appreciated. Share my shows to your various Facebook walls or Twitter or anything. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. You know that's how it is. Phone-in show tonight. We'll have a little bit of a chat and hopefully a bit of a laugh on the phone this evening, boys and girls. That'll be starting on this same channel that you're watching now, somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock tonight. Is there any more little where are we now? I'll put that on there. So any more little messages coming in there? Just various people wishing lots of people happy birthday. It's always very kind of you. Rachel's always first with that one, aren't you? Wishing people happy birthday tonight. Time for my little walk. Steph says, if you don't shave your head live, can you film it and post it? Absolutely. If I don't do it live, I will film it and post it. It may come out very terribly, in which case I'll then have to go to the hairdressers, which I really don't want to do, and have it corrected. We do like a little bit of correction now and again, don't we, boys and girls? You know you like a bit of correction. I'll see you again tonight between 7 and 9 o'clock. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye now.